Hey guys, Kelsey Ann here. In this short video, I will share with you a quick and easy yoga flow that helps with hip and heart opening while helping to release stress that is stored in the lower back. This flow is perfect for anyone with tight hips that can either come from being on your feet all day or being in a seat all day. So perfect for everyone, beginner yoga flow. I'm so excited to practice with you all, and I'll see you on the mat. We'll begin with a bit of centering and breathing practice. Begin in a comfortable seated position. Let the hands rest on the knees or thighs and close the eyes. Begin to focus on your breath. At first, not changing anything. Just be aware of how the air flows in and out of your body. As you focus on the breath, slowly begin to lengthen each inhale and control each exhale. With all the craziness that's been going on recently, wherever you are in life, our minds tend to become overwhelmed with everything that's going on around us all of the time. And it's okay to just let that fall away right now, to only focus on one thing, to clear your mental space. On your next inhale, sweep the arms out and up. Reach towards the ceiling. Find length from the tailbone through your fingertips. Let your palms touch, and as you exhale, bring the hands to heart center and gently open the eyes. Perfect. We will start in a tabletop position in the middle of the mat. Take a glance down. Stack those shoulders directly above the wrists, hips directly above the knees. On your next inhale, drop the belly, lift the heart, shift the gaze. Cow pose. As you exhale, tuck the tailbone round through the shoulders and drop the head. Cat. Let your breath move you as you complete each inhale for cow and each exhale for cat. And we'll complete 4 rounds on our own breath. It's okay to move slow here, to just let everything slow down and take the effort to notice the synchronization between the breath and your body movement. And when you've completed your last round, meet back at a flat back. On our next exhale, we'll bend at the elbows and let the chest and chin come to touch the ground in 8-point pose. Our hips are still up here. And then we'll slide our heart up and forward, letting our low back do a lot of the work here instead of our hands. in a nice cobra pose. Inhale for one more breath, and exhale, release down to the mat. We're going to be waking up some muscles in our backs that we normally don't hit through simple breath and body movement exercises. On the inhale, we'll go ahead and peel our chest back. Again, letting the back muscles do most of the movement. Our hands should just be here for a tiny, tiny bit of support. And exhale, relax down. Complete 4 more rounds on your own breath. Inhale to peel the chest away from the mat. Exhale to release down. Once you complete your last round, push into the palms and sink the hips back to the heels for a child's pose. Knees can be either together or wide here. We'll just take 2 nice long resting breaths here. And on your third inhale, come on up to tabletop pose. Pause here for a moment. And then we'll tuck the toes. Inhale, press the hips back and up while pressing down and forward through the palms. We want our fingers spread wide here and pressing into all different of our fingertips to distribute our weight a little bit more. We'll inhale and step our right foot forward, drop the left knee. Keep the fingertips on the ground right now. Square the hips and lift the heart while maintaining that connection. If this is too hard, we can go ahead and place our hands on our right knee. But again, the movement here is to square the hips, press forward and down, and then lift the heart up. If you've brought the hands up to the knee, go ahead and place them back down on the mat. We'll tuck our back toes, lift that left knee off the ground to a high runner's lunge. Here we'll do a few more body breath movements. On our inhale, we'll drop the knee. On our exhale, we'll drop the knee. And on our inhale, we'll press back through that left heel and continue that. Again, 4 rounds on your own breath. Our goal is to have our core engaged the whole time and to be pressing down through each of our feet evenly so that we have a strong base. Beautiful. On your last inhale, keep that high runner's lunge position, and then we'll reach our arms up towards the ceiling for crescent pose. Again, keep those hips squared forward and press through that back heel. Inhale, reach up through the fingertips, and as you exhale, twist open to the right towards the long side of your mat. Inhale, find a little bit of length, and as you exhale, we'll bring our left hand down to the mat and rotate open with the navel, heart, and head, and lean back into those shoulder blades. One more deep breath here. And then as you exhale, bring the right hand down to the mat, step back to plank. Let the knees, chest, and chin drop, 8-point pose. As you inhale, shift forward and up with the chest, cobra. As you exhale, tuck the toes, send the hips up and back, press down and forward through the palms, downward facing dog. Take a moment right here to reconnect with that breath. Notice any changes that you might feel from the left to the right side of your body. Inhale, this time we'll bring the left foot forward, drop the right knee. Again, start with the hands on the ground, square the hips, press down to feel that stretch in the right hip flexor. Again, option to come up onto the knee if need be. On your next exhale, bring the hands back down to the mat. Tuck the toes. Inhale, press through the heel and lift the thigh. Exhale, drop the knee. Inhale, press it back. Again, keep that strong base here and move on your own breath. Exhale, let the knee touch the mat. Inhale, press back through the heel. And once you complete your last one, again, stay at a high runner's lunge, ground down through the feet. Inhale, lift the hands up, crescent pose. Square those hips forward. Keep a right angle bend in the front leg and press back through that heel. Inhale, reach up through the fingertips. And exhale, twist open to the left long side of your mat. Reach those arms wide. Reach forward and down as our right hand grounds on the mat. And open with the navel, heart, and head to the left side. Keep pressing through that back heel for strength and grounding. Inhale, reach just slightly more, and exhale, bring that left hand back down to the mat. Step it back to plank. Let the knees, heart, and chin come down to the mat. Inhale, shift up and forward. Exhale, press it back, this time to child's pose. We'll take 2 resting breaths here. And on our third, we'll go ahead and press ourselves up to a kneeling position. A lot of us don't realize how much tension that we carry in our feet and how little we actually stretch them. From this kneeling position, we'll go ahead and lean forward and tuck the toes under and then sit our hips back on our heels. For some of us, this may be a very intense stretch. So if you have a block or 2 handy, you can prop yourself up to wherever it is you're at, feeling the right amount of sensation in the feet. And if you have the ability, you can just rest the hands on the thighs while stretching out the feet. Connect with your breath here, going back to the controlled inhale and the controlled exhale. This pose here starts out pretty mild, but the longer that you're in it, the more you start to feel it. So the focus on the breath is what maintains your attention throughout the practice, no matter what sensations you're feeling in your body. Last breath here, deep inhale. And exhale, you can come on out. Lean forward, come up to a tabletop position, and go ahead and tap the tops of the feet on the mat, just shaking it out a little bit. We'll go ahead and move the feet off to one side, come down to the sit bones. Center yourself in the middle of your mat. Place the palms or the soles of the feet on the mat. We want about a 90-degree bend in our legs. And we're going to take our feet and walk ourselves back until we're able to balance on the sit bones. Let one foot come up first, second foot up, boat pose. You can either have the hands behind the knees or reaching forward for a little bit more engagement of the abs. We want our feet and legs active to support the weight of our lower half, and we want to maintain a straight line from our tailbone all the way up through the crown of our head. Breathe here, lengthen the inhale, control the exhale. If you want to challenge, straighten those legs. One more deep breath here. Good. And release down. We'll come to lay on our backs. Give your knees a great big squeeze in. Rock a little from left to right. And then release the hands out to a T or cactus position and let the feet come down to the mat. And we want our feet about the width of our mat. And we'll just gently begin to windshield wipe the knees from left to right. Working out the spine just a little bit. On your next completion, go ahead and find stillness again and walk those feet in closer together. Press through the feet, lift and shift the hips about 4 inches over to the left-hand side. Cross the left thigh over the right and gently guide the knees down over to the right-hand side for a nice spinal twist. If your neck's okay, go ahead and pick it up. You can shift the gaze over the left hand. Beautiful. Bring the gaze back to center. Gently guide the knees up. Shift the hips back to center for a moment. Windshield wipe the knees. And then press through the feet once more. Lift and shift the hips over to the right. Cross the right thigh over the left and gently guide the knees across the body to the left side. Lift and turn the head so that the gaze shifts over the right fingertips. And connect with your breath again. Shift the gaze back to center. Guide the knees back up. Press through the feet and center the hips. Give yourself a big hug in with the knees. Find any sort of last bit of movement you need, either knee circles going in each direction or simply just left and right. And then we'll make our way into our final resting pose. We'll straighten out through the legs, feet wide. Let the toes fall out, tuck the hips under, lift the chest, pull the shoulder blades in and down the back. Let the hands rest about 45 degrees away from the body. Close the eyes and simply just be. Begin to focus back on the breath and gently introduce movement to your body by wiggling the toes and the fingers. Let that movement grow to circles with the wrists and the ankles. And then take a big full body stretch as if you're just waking up from a long nap. And when you're ready, come on to the right hand side in the fetal position. Keep the eyes closed. With the strength of the arms, press yourself up to a seated position. Let the hands rest on the knees or thighs, palms face up. We'll take 2 deep breaths together. Inhale. Hold at the top. And then open mouth, exhale. Inhale again. Hold at the top. Open mouth, exhale. Bring the hands to heart center. Gently let the eyes flutter open. Thank you so much for practicing with me today.